Hello, everybody, and welcome to Cleveland Stage Door. My name is Jimmy Davis. Welcome back. We have a big interview today. We are with Jayna Elise, who is playing Tina Turner in Tina the Musical. Hello, Jayna. How are you?
I'm doing so great. Thank you so much for having me. How are you?
I am doing great. And rumor mill tells me you were just in Cleveland for rehearsals. Is that right?
Yes, yes. We are currently in Springfield for tech. But yeah, we'll be heading back to Akron soon.
So exciting. And yes, you're coming back to Akron September 24th through the 25th at EJ Thomas Hall. And I'm so excited because this show is so great. It's such a great show. Um it was it's such a because it just pulls on every heart, like every emotion out of you as an audience member. And have you felt that going through rehearsals?
Yes. So we had finally finished putting together the whole show in a record amount of time, honestly. But within like the 2 weeks that we were in Cleveland, we put everything together and did like a final run through on one of the last days that we were there. And it was definitely like, some people had to leave the room. It's just like it's one of those shows, but we try to like stay connected through it all and try to, remove ourselves from the show. Like we're in the show, and then I'm not Tina Turner. I'm Jayna, but I'm playing Tina Turner. So that it doesn't, because it can definitely mess up with your mental and everything like that.
Oh, absolutely. And how do you get yourself out of that, like after the show? Like it is a very emotional show. How do you get out of that
Yeah.
mindset afterwards?
Yeah, so I'm super lucky that we got blessed with such an amazing cast. And so specifically for the person that plays Ike, Sterling McClary, um, we always like to tell a joke after we do like one of the fight scenes or something like that, so that we're like, okay, we are Jayna and Sterling. We're not Tina and Ike, but we do want to still have that seriousness and the when those moments do happen. So when we're in it, we're in it. But when we take ourselves out of it, it's like, hey, joke, joke, joke.
That's amazing. So tell me, what was it like getting the news that you're going to play such an iconic role of such an iconic
I
person?
Yeah, well, the thing is, I have loved rock music. I grew up listening to Queen, Journey, Tina Turner, just like all of these amazing rock artists. And so eventually that was the kind of music that I wanted to do as an artist. And so when I first got the audition, it was just a random email that I received on a Friday, and they were like, send in an audition for us by Monday, and we'll go from there. And I was like, Tina Turner, heck yeah. And so, as someone that does appreciate that kind of music already, it's just an honor to be able to like pay homage to the queen of rock and roll.
And speaking of the queen of rock and roll, what's your favorite song so far of that you get to perform?
So I'll do them by like, I'll split them up by like the first act and the second act, because just doing this already has, I didn't even realize how like vast her catalog is and how many songs I'm like, "Oh my god, like this is my favorite song. But wait, this is my favorite song." Like there's so many. The ones that I really love doing are River Deep, Mountain High, and Simply the Best, because I mean, it's simply the best, dare I say.
Right. And Simply the Best has such a great set to it, like how it transitions from one part to another. I got to see the show just recently when it was in Cleveland, so it was
Yes.
it was so fantastic, and I'm going to see the show again, hopefully on the 24th. So I'm excited to
Yay.
see excited excited to see it again. And so what have you done to prepare yourself for this role? Like this has to be some you've performed on stages with Tyler Perry and Queen Latifah, but like this is a big undertake for this. What have you done to prepare for it?
Yeah, so first of all, I have never done anything quite like this. I've been in musicals before. I went to Duke Ellington School of the Arts, which is a performing arts school in DC, and so I've done things with them, but I've never done anything of this caliber. And so, you know, I've been a songwriter and an artist for like the last 2 years, and you kind of lose, your dance qualities and your your stamina over time. So as soon as I got the role, that was like one of the biggest things for me, especially playing someone like Tina Turner, who literally was running across the stage at 60 years old. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I had to really build up my stamina. That was one of the first things that I started working on. And not just physically, but vocally as well. This is one of the most challenging shows, I think, vocally, because she's always like up here, but then she can take it, she can take it low. So it's just like that kind of preparation has been, the physical preparation has been definitely a big one.
What's one thing you hope the audience takes from the performance and the show?
Um, Well, as someone, I'll go back to like when I first read, the script for this show. I really hope that they take their own version of like what tenacity and perseverance means, because that I feel like was the most inspiring thing for me was, not only did she escape this, terrible situation, and at, the lowest point of her career, she pushed through, and then, she rocketed to new heights because she was tenacious and just persevered. So
That's amazing. One last question. What is your favorite dance move that you've learned so far?
Um, okay, wait, it's definitely the Proud Mary one where it's like, "Road,
Oh, yeah, yep,
road."
yep, yep.
A
So
classic,
much fun.
classic.
I do have to ask, I don't know if you guys call it the encore, but during that last part,
Yeah,
uh, how how do you keep your breath during that? Because that is such a fast-paced sequence.
listen, Jimmy, in 2 weeks, I'll let you know, because 'cause I'm still struggling with it myself. But we're gonna get there. It's like one of those things that because we were in the boot camp before we went to Cleveland. So the principals did a boot camp in New York, and we learned all the dances and all the songs. Just so that we could have that time to marinate on it. And it was one of those dances that like I just after rehearsal would do it every day because it's just so like vocally and physically challenging that like you just got to get it in your body. So in 2 weeks we're going to see.
Yes, exactly, and if I remember correctly, that's 2 different songs, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Nutbush, right? And then it goes
Yeah,
into
Nutbush, City
Primary.
Limits, and into Proud Mary. We call it the mega
Yeah,
mix because
yeah, the mega mix. Yep,
it's
yep.
that.
So good. Such a great way to end the show too. So
Yeah, definitely,
great
definitely.
way to end the show. So, Jana, thank you so much for joining me. This was such a
Thank
great
you.
conversation. Come see the cast of the Tina Turner musical at EJ Thomas Hall September 24th and 25th for Broadway and Akron, kicking off the season this year. Let me tell you, it is such a fantastic show. I saw it when it was here for the Playoff Square Broadway season, and it is fantastic. And I'm going to go see it again because it was so good. So hopefully, hopefully I get to meet you in person because it was such a great
Yes.
honor to talk to you. It was so great, and we'll see you in a few weeks.
Yes, see you. Thank you so much, Jimmy.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
All I wanted was my name, Tina Turner. That is mine.
Now, who wants to sing with A?